I live in Apache Junction, and we haven't had much rain out there at all. Just a couple little sprinkles here and there. But
how about with the big rain the last one we had?
It still missed it a little bit.
Oh, we got killed.
Yeah,
and I'm in East Central Mesa.
I'm convinced I might have a dome over the house. I'm not 100% sure, and I might have to look into that. But we know that the remnants of Hurricane Priscilla,
right,
are what is affecting us. This is not monsoon. This is an actual tropical whatever. You know what? I don't even understand it, which is why we're going to bring in Ian Schwartz right now, meteorologist at AZ Family. Ian, the weather bunny, you're here.
Good morning, guys.
It's not morning. Stop it again.
I sound good. Bad habit on this morning show. Good evening.
Yes.
Fellas.
Okay. Well, we're trying to understand a little bit about what people can expect. And Ian, I think you'd understand because last time we had you on was 2 weeks ago when the skies opened up. Literally, people were running for their lives. Cars are floating down the road. It was really dangerous. And I think a lot of folks
I saw a guy loading a bunch of animals on a boat, too.
Oh, okay. There you go. I think a lot of folks are maybe a little worried. You know, you hear about big storm, you hear Hurricane Priscilla, you're a little concerned. What can we expect, Ian?
Well, it's a similar situation. We have these East Pacific hurricanes. Now, they never ever hit Arizona as a hurricane. They kind of encounter cooler waters of the Pacific, kind of up by California and the Baja, and they deteriorate, but they send tremendous amounts of moisture our way. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. These are these transition season storms. So you have this kind of quasi-monsoonal flow from the south and the southeast. And then you get this very fall-like Pacific Northwest trough that swings in. And that's our big lifting mechanism that really fires stuff off. So I don't think we're going to see as much crazy weather in Phoenix as we did 2 weeks ago. And I'm talking about that quarter-sized hail.
That was nuts.
I think the flooding risk is there. If we can keep these storms moving along and we space them out, there won't be a major flood risk, but we are definitely in a flood watch in Phoenix that will go through Sunday. Areas would probably watch for flooding a bit more would be the foothills to the north of Phoenix, to the east, actually getting into AJ, and those areas are kind of at the base of mountains.
That's what you're talking about me, and now I'm worried. I got to get home.
Yeah, so we have a few flash flood warnings currently just to the south and the east of Sedona, south of Sedona. So this would be kind of Rimrock, Camp Verde area. But it's those mountain communities, especially ones that have seen wildfire in the past several years.
Well, and Ian, that was the issue we had out in Globe, right? That exasperated the issue they had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it just strips the soil and the water just kind of slides right down it like a slicked ramp, So those areas I definitely be on alert and paying attention to the forecast. And it sounds so silly, and we talk about it every time. Just do not cross a flooded road or a flooded wash.
You say it all the time.
More than 50% of flooding deaths happen in the car. Mm-hmm. So what I think will happen in Phoenix, I think we're starting to see some bands move in, and we're going to get some good showers, I think, overnight. So you might wake up again to thunder like some of you did yesterday, and then tomorrow
wake up to
morning
thunder all the time. I'm married.
Here we go. That's what he calls his wife. Her nickname is Thunder. So, by the way, Ian, I didn't properly introduce you to Congressman Salmon, Matt Salmon here. So, he's our weather bunny. So we check in with him whenever there's weather issues.
Hey, by the way, just got to say this. Do you remember the stupid motorist bill?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. About driving into flooded washes and needing rescue.
Right. That was my bill.
Was it really?
Yeah.
We have you to thank for that.
You have me to thank for that.
Well, I don't know if it stopped many people, but I think we're recouping some on the fines, if nothing else.
So what it basically says is if you bypass all the warning signs,
they put up the gates and barriers.
You still drive through thinking you're macho and your truck can get through,
right?
And then you have to be rescued. You have to pay for the rescue.
You pay for the rescue. Right. It ain't cheap.
It is definitely an honor. I'm a Mesa native, and I know you went to Mesa High.
I did. Go Jackrabbits.
So yeah, there we go. I went to Dobson and Rhodes and even Booker T. The I don't like it when it rains overnight.
Oh.
Because I don't get credit for it.
There
People
you
sleep
go.
through it.
They sleep through it and they go, Ian lied.
It's like when you tip a barista, but then they turn right when you're dropping the dollar in.
Did it happen?
And they don't know.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
Never happened.
This is, by the way, Ian has had apparently decades of schooling to do this. I
Yes.
mean, this literally, he is one of the top meteorologists there is. He's award-winning, I think is the terminology we use. That's why we have him on, for goodness sakes.
Okay, some of this,
We only want the best.
I think it was 3
We should
years, not
nominate
quite
him
a
for the
decade.
Nobel Prize.
Yeah. Completely secondary question. I'm going to end with this with you, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is it to be a weatherman in Arizona? Is it that hard?
Well, I get that line a lot. People say, "Oh, sunny and hot, it must be so hard." Well, when it's 90 and sunny for 7 days in a row, it's almost harder to keep people's attention when it's going to be the same. So those can sometimes be the more challenging days. I mean, rainy days, there's challenges in forecasting as well. But
We're all
when
excited
the radar,
about rain.
Yeah, when the radar's rocking and rolling, it's like, all right, I got stuff. It's right in front of me to talk about. But sometimes, May, oh my gosh. It gets.
We're going down for the U of A BYU football game tomorrow in Tucson.
Big football game tomorrow. Yeah.
And it's at 5. What is Tucson
do you
going to
have
get very wet?
No, I think getting into Saturday and Sunday, they are, I think, going to be dealing with some rain. As far as major flooding, as long as, you're on the interstate and kind of pretty established roads, I don't think you're going to have a big issue.
So I-10 should be safe.
I-10 should be good. I-10 should be good.
Glad we narrowed that down.
Right.
Yeah. And most people in Phoenix, you hear about these flood watches and you think, oh my gosh, I need to run out and get, sandbags. Unless you live in an area where you've kind of seen flooding before, I'm not personally doing anything in my house. If you have decent drainage, but if there's problem spots in your neighborhood that always flood, you may see some, water collecting there. But, one of the most important messages is just do not cross those flooded washes.
Great
and roads. I think that's the main threat for a lot of people in this city.
So one other question.
You don't get the chance to talk to an award-winning meteorologist that often, Matt.
When we talk about the effects of the drought in Arizona that's been going on for 20 years, I've always been under the impression that the thing that impacts the drought the most is snowpack, not necessarily the rain. So does the rain do much of anything for us?
It helps. We get about, 2.5, 3 inches out of the monsoon, and that accounts for about 8, we get about 8 total throughout the year. But it really is that snowpack. What you want is a great snowpack, and it slowly trickles through the watershed and fills up. Sometimes the monsoon can be so violent and it kind of soaks in, but we kind of want that. It's like a slow cooker. We want kind of like a crock pot style versus the air fryer.
Again, see, they teach them that in weatherman school. That's
Whatever he's
amazing
making,
right there.
It's not enough.
Yeah, I got to tell you, now I'm hungry. Ian, thank you for your time. We sincerely appreciate it.
You got it, guys.
Thanks, Ian.
That is Ian Schwartz, AZ family meteorologist, getting us up to speed. So we can certainly expect some weather. Thankfully, it looks like it'll be spread out, and it won't be that deluge all in just a couple of hours.
It'll be over several days. But the good news is the weather is going to get really nice.
It's going to cool down.
It's going to cool down.
I'll take that.
And I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.